Welcome to another edition of Against the Grain Sports Podcast Uncut. And I am your host, Jody Coleman, in the building. We're here with my man, Ray. More than just a barber, Lindsay, man. What's going on, my guy? What's happening?
Hey, yo, I'm feeling good, feeling great. Let's get it.
Got my man, Jarrell, Soul on Sports Glenn, all the way from San Antonio, Texas, sporting his Texas Rangers hat. What's good? What's good?
Hey, the triple threats in the house, baby. Let's get to work.
Yeah, it's a threesome.
Yo, I got the camera right here, nigga.
It's a threesome in the building. Hey, we got Kathy. Hey, we got to give a shout out to Kathy. She's back in the building. Of course, she said, F those Bengals, Ray. I don't know what that kind of relationship y'all got going on over there, but it sounds very toxic in nature. Very toxic. And guess what? We got King Minks in the building all the way from Memphis, Tennessee, man. My guy always showing up and showing out as he always does, man. But we got a great and full show today, guys. We got NBA, guys. The Lakers and Jeanie Buss has relinquished all her stock and sold all her stock in the Lakers. We're going to talk about that.
Mm.
And guess what, guys? With no surprise, the owner of the Clippers, Ballmer, has no recollection of any pay that was going to Leonard. So I guess they're going to be that trade to Toronto should happen. We'll talk about that. It's amazing how billionaires get away with shit.
Yes, sir.
It's plain as day. But we'll talk about that. And then we got NFL preseason. I told y'all my take a couple days ago that if you're a star and you're not fighting for a position, why the fuck are you playing? And now we're seeing guys go down. Jordan, we'll talk about Jordan Tyson, the wide receiver for the Saints, is out for 2 months with a hamstring. Jamal Adams out for the season. Just to name a few guys that got hurt in the preseason. And then we got some college football. So the actual AP top 25 has dropped. And it's similar to the coaches pool, but this one I think they rolled up with the AP a little bit more accurate. We'll talk about some of these teams on that list, and of course, man, we just gonna have a good time today, man. So how's that weather down there, man? Talk to me down there about that weather, my boy.
It's 105 degrees. So when I got my truck today, a little while ago, to go spend time with my granddaughter, I almost melted on the way home. Yeah, it's by the time my truck started cooling down, I'm at home. By the time it got to the point it started cooling down, I'm damn near at the house.
Hold on, so you say you ain't got no bottoms on right now? You just strictly with the top. You ain't got no bottoms on.
Yo, why are you interested in that?
It's hot. It's hot. I'm just saying.
Jody, you walk out the house, you got swamp ass right away. It's just so fucking hot and sweaty down here. You can't keep your ass dry down here.
You got a wet bottom.
You got no choice, bro. Too fucking hot down here.
That's wild.
Sweat everywhere.
Ray, how you feeling? Since he down there with no bottoms on, man. I hope you got bottoms on, man. What's good on?
I got bottoms on, man. Man, I'm good, man. Just out here doing my thing, man. Been out here cutting, been doing the back to school cuts. So, we right back at it, man. I hope the kids have a nice, blessed, prosperous year this year. And I got two heading off to college this week.
Sir.
So, yeah, man, it's been busy around these parts.
You cry yet, Ray? You gonna cry? You cry, Ray? You start crying yet?
Nah, I might when I drop them off.
How far are they gonna be away from home?
Not far, but still, they ain't gonna be in the house.
I get it, bro.
Hey, you know what, man? I hope some of these kids get a haircut. They don't drop out. Like, how you gonna drop out with a fresh haircut? I don't understand how that shit happened, man. Like, you get all fresh stuff to drop out. I don't get it. But anyway, Ray doing big things in the city, man, because it's always good, man. That when you look good, you feel good, and it make you want to go to class and make you want to go to school, man. A lot of times people don't realize that, man. When you ain't looking good and you ain't got no money and you busted, man, that's a lot of times why some people drop out and start selling dope. But that's a whole nother show. But that's something that really need to be talked about. But let's get right into it. So the Lakers, Jeanie Buss, she has finally sold the rest of her stock in the Lakers. She's out. She out as a Laker owner. That's $1 billion business. I think it's the wealthiest basketball team, because I think the Cowboys are the most expensive sports team. But why now? Why sell her stock now? What do you think is the thing why she got rid of her stock in the Lakers?
Well, honestly, I think it comes down to her and her brothers. They're probably arguing over who owns what and how much percentages. So if she was the only child, it probably wouldn't be an issue. But her other two knucklehead brothers, I call them knuckleheads. They seem like they're troublemakers in this whole situation. They couldn't figure it out, so they probably, you know what, man, let's just sell it. Then when everybody get their own cut, go their own separate way. But I know their daddy got to be rolling on the grave. So I went through all this shit to get this damn team, and y'all selling a cash cow because the Lakers ain't gonna stop making money. I couldn't see myself selling the Lakers. If I own the Lakers, my kids sold it. I'm coming back just for that, just so I can kick some ass.
That's crazy. I mean, that's a
Bullshit.
multi-billion-dollar organization. That's generation. Your kids will never ever have to work. Your kids won't have to work. Ray, what did you think about that when you seen that Jeanie Buss went ahead and relinquished it and sold her stock in the Lakers?
I seen this coming. This is one of those things when you realize who actually bought the daggone Lakers and knowing the things that's behind that. Disney is I think who was that? I think that's Kathy. I think Kathy just put in there Disney. Disney just bought that. Bob Iger, former CEO, he stepped down from Disney for the second time to go ahead and make this purchase. And then also knowing that Jared Kushner's little brother, Josh Kushner, is the other partner behind that. It was inevitable. You see them power moves that everybody's making. They're buying people out. They got and more so than that, after 10 months of the guy Watson from the TWG or TWC company stepping in and relinquishing and selling it, 10 months after being under investigation for some fraud, he make a $2.5 billion come up in 10 months. Yeah, seemed like a hostile takeover to me. I don't think she had a choice.
I dig that. Hey, real quick, man. King Minks just got some brownie points for me. He said the Texas Longhorns gonna lose by 104 to the Ohio State Buckeyes. So
he's one of our most loyal listeners. So I'm gonna be respectful and say, at least my team plays in the real conference, not the South. Hey Ray, we say he played his team plays in the SWV conference. This is with voices.
It got TLC, In Vogue is in there, Escape is in there.
So I create, yeah.
But guys, this is what I see. Before I even get into the actual selling, so to speak, of the Lakers, have y'all noticed that the Boston Celtics just sold? Not to me, not just a few years ago. The Boston Celtics, the Clippers, of course, that was a forced sale. The Minnesota Timberwolves. There's a lot of teams in the NBA. Dallas Mavericks. It's a lot of teams that have been sold, and I'm looking at a situation where it's almost like collusion. I know people don't want to hear that, but this is against the grain sports. Because millionaires normally make deals with millionaires. They're in the rooms that nobody else can fucking be in. So y'all selling it and making a profit. I wonder if y'all making this profit and then splitting that money down the middle. I mean, because you don't just sell $1 billion organization like the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers, two of the teams that have, if you take away the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers, that's 35 championships. That's more than half the championships in the NBA history since they were getting titles. So my thing, honestly, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Her selling the stock, like you said, is a power move. But I'm like, maybe she just don't want to run day-to-day operations anymore, which I never knew an owner did day-to-day operations unless your name was Jerry Jones. I think it's a lot of collusion going on, which nobody's gonna speak about because you better not speak about billionaires. We ain't talking about millionaires. You don't speak about billionaires. And I think it's some underhanded stuff going on because, and I'm not saying it's corruption. I'm not saying it's collusion. I guess, yes, I am saying it's collusion. Yeah, I just said it. And I just think that it's something going on. It's something going on the sale of this team. And you're selling for more. You sell it. What she made over a profit over 100% profit off of this team since.
Yeah.
So I listen. I think it's some collusion going on. I said it. Billionaires in rooms that it's only like 3 of y'all in the same room, and all of a sudden y'all selling them to your friend. Now Ray, I'm gonna go back to you, and then I'm gonna circle back and go back to Soul. You know what's amazing in this situation? You know what's amazing? That they sell the stock. Where is the African American representation when this was being sold? No, Where is the African American We said we need more minority ownership. So why didn't y'all let Byron Allen buy it? Go ahead, Ray.
I mean, think about it. Same reason why there aren't any black or minority owners, or was it one or two, not majority. Um, so I in that's it's always going to be a situation. Hell, we just start getting the black coaches in there, and then they start getting fired. Um, I mean, when you really break it down, it just is what it is. Um, Welcome to America.
So we see this. We see where you remember when your Commanders was about to be bought by his name was Brian Davis, the former player for the Blue Devils. Remember he was on that championship team, and
Yeah.
he was going to pay to buy the Washington Commanders and give $1 billion more than the Harris Group was going to get, and they made it where he couldn't buy this team. And we go back to the Denver Broncos when they were going to let Byron Allen buy them, and all of a sudden they call in the Walmart Group, and of course, who's going to outbid the Walmart Group? And then when Jimmy Haslam, the owner of the Cleveland Browns, he bought the Milwaukee Brewers, and they had zero resistance. Like they didn't let a person come in, they didn't hold up the sale to get another buyer.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lakers, where is the African American representation? At least make it look like y'all wanted somebody African American at least bid for this team.
You guys seen the movie Life, right? I mean, they don't sell any Negro pies in that room you're speaking of where all the billionaires hang out. It's whites only. And they can control that because they're the ones with all the money, so they can control who makes a sale, who doesn't make a sale. All money's not I guess it's different colors of green when it comes to money, because like you said, if I'm offering more money, you would think you want to make the most. Nah. The person behind that money is who they're looking for. So yeah, they right now we were thinking 2026, the league is 80% black, 20% European. You would think at this point we would have more black ownership in the NBA, but I guess we haven't got to that point yet, and hopefully we're allowed to see that really happen in high numbers. Hopefully.
Real quick, Kathy said, Joe, it's the same thing when someone inherit a house. They want to sell it, go fast, money instead of hiring a company to rent it out. And then King Me said, before you guys leave, got to ask you about, did y'all watch the Basketball Hall of Fame, and got to ask you a question about it. And when Magic left, it was over for the Lakers. You can ask that question and we'll answer that question. So I mean, on King Minks on that. But like I said, I think it's a bunch of crap, because when this is how bad it was. When Jimmy Haslam, the owner of the Cleveland Browns, bought the Milwaukee Brewers, it was like a bleep across the bottom of the screen. Oh, Haslam bought the Brewers. If that was an African American that was the sole person that was going to buy that team, they would have held that sale up until they got a proper somebody to go against them. Yeah, I said it. Y'all can't keep having majority of the people that play for you guys African American and have no representation of African American on no team in the league. No, and I understand Magic is part owner of the Dodgers and all that, and part owner of the Commanders. We talking about majority owner that can make mad decisions. They let Kraft be a sole owner of the Patriots. He don't have a group of people behind him. You got Woody Johnson, Johnson and Johnson with little Diddy baby oil. He's by himself. So why is it that those guys could be by themselves, but when Byron Allen was trying to be the sole purchaser of the Denver Broncos, y'all made sure y'all went and got somebody that can outbid him as a group?
I think honestly, I think we talked about this on the show before. I do think LeBron's going to own the NBA team when he gets done. He's going to be the majority owner. I think I can see him owning the team in Vegas. I'm honestly, I can see LeBron, if he really wants to, owning the NBA team. He does everything else Jordan does, so why not try to do that too?
I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna let LeBron, because LeBron is trying to rival. I think LeBron is trying to start his own league, and I think they don't like that. That's the rumor with Kobe Bryant's death. And I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but they said he was gonna have a league rivaling the NBA. That was a rumor. It's only a rumor. Listen, this is only for entertainment purposes. What I just said with Kobe Bryant.
Right,
Hey
that's
Jay.
3-on-3.
Hey, Jay Kane, the chef in the building. What's up, my boy?
Right.
How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? But let's talk before we get to our NFL. We got one more thing about the NBA. In Solo Sports, you talked about this on the show as one of your final takes, and we're talking about the LA Clippers owner Steve Ballmer paying with those suspect companies, supposed to be paying Kawhi Leonard under the table, but now the NBA has a lack of evidence Ain't that somehow a billionaire can hide stuff in plain sight? So talk to me about this situation. Now that the Clippers, who are an organization that seem to stumble over shit all the time, now they can finally make this trade to send Kawhi Leonard to Toronto.
Well, the Clippers owner, I think he's the richest owner in the NBA, if I'm not mistaken. He actually convinced the city of LA to give the Clippers a brand new stadium. Super nice stadium, from what I've heard. It looks really nice on TV. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that they made this go away. What evidence? Come on, there's no evidence. I put all that stuff in the shredder. No one's seeing anything. There's no paper trail anywhere. So yeah, this is not surprised. You actually think they were going to come out today and say, "Ooh, look at all these videos and text messages we got of the Clippers owner making these under the table." Now he probably still pays some money to the NBA, but we'll never hear about it. He goes, "Look, man, you give us this amount of money, we're gonna make this shit go away." And I'm pretty sure that's probably what happened.
Ray, talk to me about this, man. I know this is some bull, but talk to me and tell me how you feel.
I mean, I'm at the point now. It's like I'm not surprised. We knew that this was gonna be what it was gonna be. The fact that they even tried to hold it up and act like they was gonna try to do something about it is really what made me scratch my head. It was like, hold on, we ain't gonna do nothing about it, but we gonna put it out in the public and act like we doing something about it. And then when we come out about it, we gonna say we had no findings whatsoever. So yeah, let's just do that. And that's pretty much what we saw happen. I'm not surprised at all. Kawhi was getting that bag to stay or to come there. This is like how Alabama was all them years and getting away with, paying people under the table. And I know before anybody come in the comments saying, well, everybody in America was doing it. Well, we know for a fact Alabama was doing it, and that's how they got 6 championships in 20 years.
This is my thing. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Y'all going to stop fucking playing in our face, man. Because where there's smoke, there's fire. And how do you get all these receipts and all this shit to a point where you had to hold up the trade for the Kawhi Leonard trade? Then all of a sudden now you don't have any documentation. There's no evidence. How all of a sudden there's a bloody glove in the yard? It's a bloody glove in the yard. It's blood in the Bronco, guys. And all of a sudden y'all gonna act like y'all didn't see it. I got a problem with the lack of accountability when it comes to ownership. I got a true problem with that. And we know that there's something going on because the writer for ESPN is the one that turned this stone over. And they continue to fucking play in our face on a consistent basis. And now all of a sudden, y'all have lack of evidence. I don't understand how that goes. And then we supposed to just be like, oh, turn the other cheek, turn our head, allow them to make another. They circumvented the fucking salary cap. It's got to be a penalty out there for circumventing the salary cap because now if y'all have won something, it would have probably been even worse. But y'all didn't win shit, so it didn't really mean. But come on, man.
They said, "Oh man, it's just the Clippers. No one cares."
Yeah, and I think that's how they get that. And I feel like why they felt like they can get away with it.
Yeah, because nobody give a fuck about the Clippers. Now, if this was the Lakers and they actually had won something, or OKC that had done this, because OKC got all these players they got to sign. They got all these great players, San Antonio, the Knicks and all that stuff. So it's like I would have seen that coming, but the Clippers, nobody. It's like the Clippers are that one. The last person get picked when you playing kickball and they the last one to get picked. You feel sorry for the Clippers, so you're like, okay, we gonna give them that. We feel sorry for the Clippers, and y'all still couldn't fucking make the playoffs. Y'all did all this cheating shit and still couldn't get to the fucking playoffs. Stop playing in our goddamn face.
Raise your hand if you know a Clippers fan personally. I don't know no fucking Clipper fans. I ain't never had no dude tell me, man, you know what, man, the Clippers is my squad. I ain't never heard nobody say that to my face.
Hey, real quick. So
yeah.
King Minks asked quick, say, how did Amari Stoudemire and Doc Rivers get into the Hall of Fame? Just being honest, and then Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton belong in the Hall of Fame. Wow. The NBA Hall of Fame, of course, Doc Rivers got in as well as Amari Stoudemire got in. I guess Chauncey Billups and Rip didn't get in. What do you feel about that?
Well, Doc Rivers, he probably got in on a 3-1 vote. What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? Y'all like that?
They came back. That's the vote that came back.
Well, honestly, I mean, Doc Rivers. I mean, we could say I don't think he's a great coach, but I think he's like 5th all time in wins, if I'm not mistaken. He's up pretty high in overall wins, so that's probably why he got in. But I don't think Amari Stoudemire should have got in. That's just my opinion. What is Amari Stoudemire? I don't think he's an all-time great, but we're talking the NBA or the Basketball Hall of Fame, and they pretty much let everybody in. I'm eligible next year.
Ray, what did you feel about that? Doc and Amari Stoudemire getting in, but Rip and Chauncey not.
I think that's absurd that those guys aren't in. Those other 2 guys are in. Now, this is the question: is Doc in because of coaching or
coaching.
being
He's
okay?
in for coaching. Yeah,
he's in for coaching. Okay. I mean, he's had success. He's had success. He has a championship. Speaking of the Clippers, he was very successful there with the Clippers and had them jumping for a little minute. He won it with Boston, keeping Kobe Bryant from being able to get 3 straight. I mean, as a coach, I can see probably why he got in because, coaches don't get in every day. So, or even every year. So, I think that's fair.
Well, I think that Stoudemire deserved to get in. I mean, contrary to what our esteemed colleague down there, Solo on Sports, said, I think Stoudemire's got to give you 20 and 10.
Ray agrees with me.
I'm saying he's a 20 and 10 guy. I mean, Stoudemire, at one point in time, Stoudemire was the best power forward in basketball for about 2 years. So
that's not long enough, bro.
But even when he wasn't the number 1 point guard, he was still one of the best.
Hey, that was nasty work.
That wasn't long enough.
Hey, Jody, that's still not long enough.
It's still not long enough. I'm just saying. You got to get a little bit longer. But Doc, I
said that shit.
I don't have a problem with Doc not getting in because any coach that get a championship, you know how hard it is to get a championship in basketball, regardless if we talk shit about Doc Rivers. It's hard as fuck to get a championship. Doc was able to get a championship. I think he should have won more. He went to 2 finals. I mean, he went to back-to-back finals and he won one of them. So I think that was very deserving. What I don't like is how are you gonna let a coach get in the Hall of Fame or a player get in the Hall of Fame and y'all ain't set y'all proper 5 years out? I don't like how they just throw anybody in. Like he just got fired this year. You didn't even and how the fuck is we got coaches that are still coaching that are in the Hall of Fame. We got players that are still playing that's in the Hall of Fame. I don't know how the NBA does their Hall of Fame or the pro basketball do their Hall of Fame. It just don't make sense to me. How are you still fucking playing? Because Dwight Howard still is eligible to play for a team and they put him in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, y'all, and you don't even know when NBA Hall of Famers, when it is. Like NFL, it's a historical weekend. Baseball, basketball, they just be like, all right, hey, we're going to have the Hall of Fame next week. They don't put no fanfare out or nothing. Nobody knows when they're getting in. And it's like a lot of players, they're not even sitting out their proper 5 years. They just put anybody in. And we know why Chauncey ain't in, though. Chauncey ain't in because he got in trouble. That's why Chauncey ain't.
Well,
it didn't help.
That's true. But hold on. So who you saying didn't sit out? Who's still playing?
Doc Rivers.
Oh, you talking like still coaching? Okay.
Yeah, he just got fired this year.
They just put Greg Popovich in a few years ago too, when he was still coaching at that time.
I think that's a different. I think it's a different set of rules for coaches.
Yeah,
coaches versus players.
But they let Dwight Howard is not officially retired. He's in.
Dwight Howard's in the Hall?
Yes.
Should he be in the Hall?
Yes.
That nigga retired.
Hold on. Listen, now I'll put it like this. I can see Dwight Howard getting in, but Amari Stoudemire getting in the Hall of Fame, I question that. I do question that.
I told you.
And I'm gonna tell you why, Jody. This is the reason why I question it. Is because if he was the best in a couple of years in a down league, who was the person or who was the group of people other than Tim Duncan?
Dirk Nowitzki, KG, Jermaine O'Neal. What are you talking about? Rasheed Wallace.
Okay. Listen. To me, Amari Stoudemire in that era, he wasn't better than none of them.
Yes, he was. He was the best. when he went over to the New York Knicks, and Jay Kane can attest it.
Yes.
Don't ask
Yes.
JK nothing about the Knicks.
Yes.
So you know
He was averaging 26 points a game, dominating when he went over to New York.
Absolutely. That and Jody, that was for 1 year because the very next year he got hurt.
And then when he was in Phoenix, the dude was balling at Phoenix. What are we talking about? He was balling at Phoenix.
He was balling at Phoenix. I'm not saying I'm not playing him like he was just trash. I'm not saying that. But you just named, okay, you named 5 other players that was possibly that was way better than him.
Not over a 2. So first of all, to be able to be better than him at any point in time in their career is saying a lot. You know, that he was better than Pau Gasol. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are better than Paul Gasol.
But Pau, he's in the Hall of Fame, ain't he?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
He's got Pau Gasol's got 2 NBA championships. Does he have a gold medal too?
He might.
Maybe I'm thinking about Ginobili.
Ginobili. Ginobili. He wasn't on the same team as that was Ginobili. Because remember, Kobe ran through his chest.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah,
he definitely did.
He said. Ain't that your teammate? He said, I don't give a fuck.
Kobe said, I'm trying
2008.
to fucking win here.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look, man, they got Dick Vitale in the Hall of Fame. No disrespect, but you know, Dick Vitale's in there. I think
in the NBA Hall of Fame.
It's a basketball. It's a basketball.
It's a basketball Hall of Fame.
So I should be I should be eligible here because I play here. I should be eligible.
Right. I mean, hell, me too.
Hey, real quick, Jay Kane said, I think it would be great for the NBA if LeBron James had a team. King Ming said Steve got that money and he is wealthy, so it went away. Now that Pablo looking like what the fuck, you know, Pablo, that's the one that came up with the story, and they were praising him on how good of work that he did. He's not doing all this. First of all, he's a scholar. He's a scholar. That guy is extremely intelligent. Come on, man, y'all made him look like a fool. I wonder if he gets to keep his job now.
I was just about to say that.
He better be careful who he investigating. Man,
that's what I'm saying.
Table man had to get somebody to start his car for him. I'm just saying he's picking a lot of rich people. Be careful.
On some what's his name? Rosenberg.
Like on some real shit. I want to see how long. I want to see how long he keeps his job because now if you got lack of evidence.
Does he still have his job, Jody?
I don't know. He had his own show. He did have his own show. Kathy said, ask Ice Cube about buying teams. Ice Cube wanted to be an owner, if I'm not mistaken. Also, Oprah Winfrey tried to buy the Clippers, and they told her no. Y'all remember that?
Who was that trying to buy? Was it it was the Carolina Panthers, and it was like
Diddy. It was a lot of baby oil.
But I mean, we seen this because he had some people behind him on that one.
Oh, he was behind them.
Yeah.
Which one was it? Ray?
No, I said what I said. He had them behind him.
That's crazy work.
Take that.
JK said, do you guys think that Kawhi was worth that extra money? Absolutely. When Kawhi Leonard plays, I mean, you take Kawhi.
Nigga never plays.
Listen, if you take Kawhi Leonard, even though they didn't make the playoffs, if you take Kawhi Leonard off the Clippers, they are definitely about a 14-win team.
Jody, listen.
He played 14 games.
I hear you. I hear you. But I'm not buying that one. He was not worth the extra money. He was not worth that. He wasn't worth the headache because guess what? They had the prime opportunity to rival their then shared arena across the hall team, which was the Lakers, and they did not do that at all. I guess what? 2 years ago, they had the season opener, and they made a big to-do, Kawhi versus, LeBron, and I think the Clippers won that game, and they made a big fuss about it. But by the end of the season, none of them niggas playing.
Tell you, bro, it's kind of like if you and your old lady sign a contract when y'all get married, and she tells you, "I'm gonna give you some 4 times a week." As soon as you jump the broom, she goes, "Yeah, I got your ass now. It's only gonna be twice a month."
Hey, so
that's why I live in that.
Hey, so psych.
You thought she's gonna get these cookies, didn't you?
King Ming said, hell, my old junior college was paying players. Jay Kane said they still the Clippers. Kathy said, I think that's why Ice Cube he created the big three. King Ming said, I agree with Soul. I like Amari, but Hall of Fame, come on now, bro. He said, so did Juwan Howard belong and Rick Smith belong? They didn't put up the numbers they did. He said, so Jody, what are the betting odds on Chauncey Billups getting? Ask him.
Man, that's wild.
And then Kathy said, is Doug Moe in the Hall of Fame? And then Keith Keeming said, how he said, how the hell Kevin Johnson not in the Hall of Fame? I think that was some shit that he did, some political things while he's not in the Hall of Fame. And last but not least, Kathy said, he said, meets Kevin, keep KJ was accused of sexual assault supposedly. Since I went to high school with him, it wouldn't surprise me. So I ain't about to touch that.
Yeah, he was accused of that. I forgot about that.
So he doing some Ben Roethlisberger type shit.
And he doing some Bill Cosby shit from what I heard. I don't know.
He doing that. He take that. So
He's
that
dropping
was
it in your cup while he's coming to shake your hand.
He was standing behind her.
That was our NBA portion. Now we got to get to the NFL. In the NFL, once again, we got to give a shout out to our sponsors. It's sponsored by Michael Wright, attorney at law. If you have any legal problems, either any representation for wrongful deaths or workman's compensation, just call Mike at 937-222-7477. Anywhere in the country, you can call him.
Show him the shirt, Jody. Show him the shirt, dog.
Yeah, call Mike. Yeah, I know. Real quick, man. The preseason's here, so and what I'm seeing, and I made mention of this not too long ago, and I was like, man, it's a lot of players getting injured. I think if you already have solidified a job, I didn't like seeing Joe Burrow take that many hits, and I'm not even a Bengal fan. Joe Burrow took 4 hits in that game against the Detroit Lions, and he only played 2 series. That's you playing 2 series, so it's not going to tell me if you can play in a regular season. I know people like to use that analogy. Those 2 dress rehearsal games against players that probably going to be selling car insurance by the time the last cut come up is not going to tell me if Joe Burrow can play football. We know Joe Burrow can play football. We know Jamar Chase can catch the ball. We know that Myles Garrett can play. We know Matthew Stafford can play. I don't think we don't need to have those guys on the field, especially running backs. I don't think no running back. Look at Jeremiah Love spraining his ankle. So talk to me about that real quick, man. You get the most significant one right here was your boy. The Vikings went and signed Jamal Adams, a 3-time Pro Bowler. Hadn't really done too much of the last few years, but now he's out for the whole year. And they said he was making very good progress, and now he's out for the year, and probably it's going to be it for his career. What do you think about that, losing a guy like that in preseason?
I don't you go back to the Joe Burrow statement. I don't know why he's playing. What are they working on? They have the same offensive coordinator. They have the same wide receivers. They got everything the same. What chemistry are you trying to build out there? Just hold off till the season starts, then put Joe Burrow out there. Why would you put him out there to take some hits for no reason? It makes no sense to me. I don't know why you're playing him. And I never have been a big fan of the preseason. Jamal Adams, did he go down in the preseason game? Was it in practice?
Yeah. No, either way, I don't know. I thought it was in the game because they said he was carted off. He might have got carted off in practice, so I don't.
It was practice.
Oh, he got hurt in practice. Hey, man, it's survival of the fittest. I mean, I would say keep all your starters on the bench. We used to make fun of this years ago. Man, you ain't gonna play in the preseason, but now we all see why these teams are starting to do this. I know the Rams started when the young coach got there a few years ago, McVay. He never really played the start. I said, what's he doing? Now everyone's fucking doing it. Don't even think about putting your pads on. We don't need you out there in this practice game. Sit down. Big picture. Like you said, you got the defenders out there playing against Joe Burrow that's trying to make a name for themselves. Next thing you know, that he rolled up on Joe Burrow's knee and the Bengals season is over. It's not needed. Same thing with Jackson Dart. He out there, the damn running back missing the fucking assignments, getting your quarterback blown up. It's like, come on, man. Sit over there. We got in practice, we'll get our timing together. That's why we wear the red jerseys. That way, not to hit the quarterback. But in the preseason game, they don't have those rules.
Real quick before I go to Ray, I want to go to the Jackson Dart scenario. We're going to bring it up. It's not that he got hit. It's the fact that John Harbaugh put his ass back in the game. What the fuck was you trying to prove? Why did you put him back in the game? That's your starting quarterback. Y'all saw it on Jackson Dart. Once he took that hit, you should have took his helmet like they did Thurman Thomas. And he should never touch another preseason pass. You put him back in. Yeah, he threw a touchdown pass. Okay, whoop-de fucking do. Why the fuck did they already complaining about John Harbaugh? They're in week 14 doing Oklahoma drills, bro. Why the fuck are you doing Oklahoma drills and we at the end of the season? That's the reason why he's trying to be this hard-nosed coach, but you got a very young team, and we know that people are going down at an alarming rate. And we supposed to be talking about player safety. And you put that player back in the game after he left that blue tent, and it's a preseason game. Anyway, Ray, what do you think about that, man?
Uh, well, hold on. What are we talking about again? Are we talking about the Jackson Dart? Or are we talking about
Anything that's dealing with injuries in the preseason with your starters?
um? I mean, yeah, the Jackson Dart one is probably the most um the biggest one that's concerning to me because he doesn't know he doesn't even realize that he shouldn't be back in the game or why he's being questioned and about concussion protocols and things of that nature. To me, that's more alarming than any of it. Bump the coach, put him back in the game. Because remember, I've talked about this for 2 years on this show. Save the players from themselves, right? So
Yep.
that's but the player himself needs to understand, like, bro, this is why you're this is why they're looking at you like that. This is why you should not go back in the game. You should say, hey, I might have a concussion. You don't even realize that that's a problem. And that's the problem to me.
And maybe he got a concussion because now he don't know he got a concussion.
That's exactly my
Like,
point.
you don't even know. He can't think straight. But my thing is, and I said this, and I'm gonna say it again until I'm blue in the face. From now on, I think preseason should be strictly for people where there's position battles going on, like the Cleveland Brown quarterback competition with the Atlanta Falcon quarterback competition. If there's a running back battle, we trying to see who's gonna get more carries. Now, if you're looking at that, but I think the preseason, since they cut it to 3 games from 4, I think it should strictly be for people trying to make this roster because these are the only time these guys are going to put on a NFL uniform is in preseason. Let them get a little bit of shine on. You know that Joe Burrow is going to be. You know Lamar Jackson. I like that they didn't play Lamar Jackson. They didn't play Jalen Hurts. I didn't like that Josh Allen was out there. I did not like that at all. I didn't like that Josh Allen because he stubbed a toe, even though he's a very doable guy. But that doesn't mean in the blinking of an eye in the NFL that you can get hurt. You're going to risk your whole franchise on a preseason game. I just don't understand that because y'all getting away with it. So now that you're getting away with it, it's cool because you're getting away with it. And hold on, wait a minute. Can y'all hold for a moment? So go ahead and keep talking because I got our guy in the building. Hold on.
Hey Ray, even
Yep.
even even the Cleveland Browns quarterback thing they're doing, why do it unless both quarterbacks are going to start, unless both quarterbacks are going to play with the starters? I mean, how fair is it to Shador if you're going to put Deshaun Watson out there with the starters, but when Shador goes out there, he's playing with the backups? What are we? How we? That's not really fair. Either both get starters or neither one of them play at all.
Hey,
That's fair.
but yeah, real quick, we got Donald, the voice of the youth in the building, and we got a little feedback. Donald, can you check that? Make sure that we ain't get no feedback on there. But right now, man, what do you feel about players playing that already have a solidified spot on a team they're playing in the preseason? What do you think about that, Donald? Donald, that's you. Can you hear me? Right now, I think he has some technical difficulties right now. So we'll
Yeah.
get him back. We'll get him back soon. But yeah, so let's talk about this situation right here. Let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys signed the longtime edge rusher Von Miller, the future Hall of Famer. I'm not really a big fan of him, and Ray know why. Soul know why.
Yeah.
I just feel like if there's smoke, there's fire. If you put your hands on a woman, but that's something else. But he continued to play football. He continues to get opportunities. Ray, what do you think about when the Dallas Cowboys signed Von Miller? Now, keep this in mind. He had 9 sacks last year for the Commanders and led the Commanders in sacks.
I think I think it helps. I think it helps the Dallas Cowboys. Really, what the Dallas Cowboys have done on the defensive side this year has been quite impressive. So I think he can't do nothing but help them get better. I don't think that there's a fall off like Jody just mentioned. He had 9 sacks last year. Yes, he did lead that team, the Washington Commanders, in sacks. So the production hasn't fallen off at all to me. So I think I think that's basically, it's cool that that they got him and that he can still play football at a high level.
Okay. So what do you think about that when you saw that Von Miller went over to your rival from your team to your rival? What did you feel about that?
Well, I mean, He thinks it's a perfect ending in his career. He's from the Dallas area. He grew up to being a Cowboys fan, and in Dallas they bring him in. It's to me, honestly, they say, "Hey, look, man, Von, just give us 15 to 20 plays a game on third and long, go rush the quarterback." That's what he's good at. I mean, he's not the Von Miller when he's with the Broncos, but he can still be productive in this league. So if Dallas just asks him to do that, he'll be fresh the entire season, and he can help this Cowboys defense because the pass rush was one of the weaknesses last year, and you can never have enough pass rush. The way these players are going down every single week, pass rushers are key. He got 9 sacks last year because everybody else on the defense got hurt. So we brought Von Miller in. He was not expected to be a starter, but he had to play damn near the whole season because everyone else was getting hurt. But yeah, he can help this Dallas defense big time.
Okay. King Mink said he helps out when he plays on 3rd and 4th downs. Kathy said she got hit in the head in 1970 and she still have issues. She get migraines and vertigo and confused at times. So head injuries are very, very serious. So I hope that we're praying for you, Kathy, for sure. My thing is Von Miller going over there. When I first initially saw it, my son called me because he's a Cowboy fan. He's going crazy.
Oh shit.
He called me like they got Myles Garrett. And I'm like, well, and I'm like, Von Miller can come and give you something. And like a lot of people are saying, everybody has the same sentiment that he can come and give you, so many pass rushes per game. Plus, the Cowboy offense puts up a lot of points. So he's going to always be in rushing situations. You ain't got to worry about him trying to stop the run. He's not probably going to even play in those games that are more tightly knitted. He's going to come in, like King Ming said, on 3rd down situations. My thing is Von Miller, I'm not a fan of. I think I made that really clear. Is he a Hall of Famer? Probably. I mean, on the field. Off the field, no, you're not. I listen. You hit a woman, I just can't fuck with you. I can't get a lot of these people that's hitting these women should never play another football game. And it happened twice. This didn't happen once. This nigga got suspended twice. But I think as a football player, I think it was a great move for the Cowboys. The Cowboys, this is a move that says Cowboys are one step away from being a Super Bowl contender. And I really believe that the Cowboys, listen to what I'm saying. I really believe the Cowboys have a really strong opportunity to be a Super Bowl contender. And I think Von Miller gives them that extra edge because what I say about the Cowboys, y'all don't like it, they play very well against the NFC East. Dak Prescott has a winning record against every quarterback in that division.
But that don't help them when they go outside the division.
I get it, but you got to win your division. If you can ask the Carolina Panthers. If you win your fucking division, you got a home game.
Yeah, but Dak has 2 playoff wins.
I'm going to say it again. If you win your division, you have a home game. So that gives you a fighting chance. And I get that Dak only got 2 playoff wins, but I remember when Peyton Manning, his first couple years in the league, he only had 2 playoff wins.
Dak's been in more than a couple. Dak's been in 10 plus years already, hasn't he? Is it his 10th year?
This is going to be his 10th year, but Peyton Manning had 2 playoff wins well into his 7th to 8th year too. But we tend to forget about history when it's a player that we don't particularly like.
I don't have a problem with that. I just saying I think people overhype this. He has a nice division record. Okay, nigga, when you get outside division, unless you playing your division teams in the playoffs, you're gonna fucking struggle. That's what they've proved every year, that when they get to the playoffs, they play some real football teams, they struggle.
So you saying teams in the NFC East is not real football teams?
They're not been very good. The Eagles have been good the last couple of years. The Eagles been taking care of business, going to Super Bowls and shit like that. Dallas get hyped over winning regular season games. Come on, Cowboys, you better than that.
Jalen Hurts got a winning record against all other elite quarterbacks except for Dak Prescott.
But what's Dak Prescott's Super Bowl record?
He ain't got there yet. Just like a ton of other quarterbacks ain't been there. Let's not do that.
Dak Prescott. I'm with you, but we're talking about Dak Prescott.
But you just named it. But you just named Dak Prescott like he's the only one on the list. I can name 18 other quarterbacks ain't been to Super Bowl.
I can name more than that. My point is, we're talking about that. When we move on to the Bills quarterback, then we'll start talking about him. But right now, you brought up Dak Prescott, and that's what I'm saying.
I brought up the Cowboys. I said the Cowboys have a good chance of winning that division.
You also said Dak Prescott has a winning record in the NFC.
I did. I just gave you a fact. I didn't give you
hypothesis. I gave you a fact that he got 2 playoff wins. That's a fact.
Okay, you gave me a fact, but I'm just saying he wins. You gotta win your division to get a home game. That's all I'm saying.
He loses home playoff games too.
Guess what? This is a new year. It's a new year. You never know.
You right. You know what? You're right. I could be eating crow. Maybe he'll go to the Super Bowl this year. Who knows?
Hey, listen. Hold on.
Anything's possible.
basically, Jody, you triggered him by saying that Dallas is a contender
If Dallas goes
with.
to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna have to fucking move, dog. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
I'm gonna have to fucking move out of the state.
That man was triggered.
yeah, I must have hit a sore spot.
I'd rather Ohio State beat the shit out of us in
Oh, we
September.
will.
Now let me finish.
We will.
I'd rather y'all beat the shit out of us than the Cowboys win the fucking Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Jody, you hitting a sore spot. It's crazy.
Hey, you know I be hitting a sore spot. They do call me the big unit.
Not my sore spot. Maybe somebody else's.
Yo, you the one with. Hold on, this the nigga with the camera. He talking about I'm talking about. Then you carrying around the GoPro and you ain't got no bottoms on.
Hey,
hold on.
Hey, Jody, it's a motion camera too. Like wherever you move, the camera moves with you. One of them motherfuckers.
So you're walking around with a camera with no bottoms on. What am I supposed to think?
Hey, if you down in the seat, you won't have no bottoms on either, bro. I'm trying to get an air condition installed inside my drawers, man. It's fucking hot as shit down here, bro.
Well, why don't you play in the ACC? Why don't you go play in the air conditioning conference then? Go play in the goddamn air conditioning conference. Hey, Waddy King Ming said that he said Von Miller's internet picture looked like James Evans.
I was saying Sherman Hemsley. I thought he looked like Sherman Hemsley.
He looked like both of them together.
King Ming said the
hairline, don't he?
King Ming said the Cowboys will win that division, and then Donald said, "Man, if you call in every day and then wants to hang up, when I say y'all still the Cowboys, y'all say this is y'all year." Donald said they might win the division between the Eagles because Jayden Daniels might not be able to play role games. It's a female. And listen, I am so
glad the internet ain't working.
I am so glad y'all said that. I am that was going. Donald, you just threw me an alley-oop. You did a Gary Payton, I'm Sean Kemp on the dunk because you just threw me an alley-oop, and I'm going to go to Ray on this.
Sean Kemp in the Hall of Fame yet?
Who?
Sean Kemp in the Hall of Fame?
Not yet. I don't know why he's not in the Hall. But, so.
He got a kid to vote for him. He got in there already.
Shit, he would have broke the fucking Ray. I'm going to ask you this question, and I'm saying this with the straightest face I possibly can say. Is Jayden Daniels' mom/agent destroying his career?
Not his career, but his life for sure. His love life and definitely. And then this bullcrap that she just pulled with LSU talking about they're not allowed to use that number. Like, Nick, do you know how many greats came out of LSU and your son ain't one of them?
Now you want
I mean, think about it though, Jody. Come on.
He was only 3 out of 3 players out of LSU to win the Heisman. He got to be one of the greats.
Oh, all right. But to what end though? Like to what end are you doing this with the number? Like, what are you going to benefit by retiring that number?
I don't know.
And do college even retire numbers like that?
I think no. But they did at Colorado. They retired Shedeur Sanders' number, right? Am I right?
They
okay.
Shedeur and the wide receiver,
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, Travis Hunter and his
okay.
She put up good numbers when she was in Colorado.
Hey, I heard she was doing triple headers.
Did you say triple headers?
Triple headers.
Wow. Hey, and Travis was dropping her off and sitting out in the car waiting on
her. I just love her so much. I just don't want her drinking and driving. Drinking nothing driving. Anyway, go ahead.
But man, I don't like Jayden Daniels' mom, man. I think she is definitely interfering way too much. She's overstepping her bounds but I can't blame her because he's allowing it. So it looks like a real unhealthy relationship to me, and she could potentially be the end of his career.
Hey, Waddy King Me said Travis girl doing it with no hands. Listen, man, I'm not about to start on her. He's happy. He's extremely happy. So he's happy. Donald said, I seen pictures. I don't know if it's an AI or not, but it's really funny as hell as the LSU players had all the players had on number 5 trolling. I think that was AI. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you this, and this is y'all quarterback. This is your quarterback.
Right now, yeah.
Do you think that his mom / because it is his agent is destroying his career?
She's doing too much. They even showed her at practice the other day. After the practice, he signed an autograph. His mom is standing there telling him who he can and cannot give an autograph to. Yeah, this person over there, that person, get this person. Mom, what the fuck you doing, Mom? Go. I think what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if she has a Tinder account. Jody, we need to find this lady and keep her occupied because she is spending way too much time with her son. I wish my son was here because he knows it was like being a mama's boy. He definitely wanted him. But he spent too much time with his mom. I understand, man, that, love for his mother. He trusts his mom to be his agent. Probably handles his money for him. She ain't going to do him wrong.
I think we got a technical difficulty. I think he froze. We'll get him back in just a minute. Why did Jay Kane say that Jayden Daniels' mom is Tasha Mack?
Tasha Mack?
Yeah, he said she's Tasha Mack.
Yeah, that's about right.
And then King Ming said Jayden Daniels' mom needs to get with Stephon Diggs so he can dig her out.
Wow.
That's what I didn't say. He said it. I didn't say it.
All I said was for you to occupy the lady's time. I ain't say nothing about having relations with the lady. I mean, take her to movies and shit, hang out, go eat some ice cream. I didn't say anything about you having relations with this dude's mama.
Hold on. So you're calling me the dude from the Allstate commercial? Remember he hooked up on what's the movie Steve Harvey made? Think Like a Man 2.
Yeah.
And remember the dude from Allstate commercial came and got his mom so she wouldn't be hanging with him. Did you see that?
There you go.
Hey, listen, man. Kiming said all she got to do is drink with Jody, and we know what happens when Jody gets drunk. They know I get butt naked when I get drunk. I get butt naked. I don't know why I get naked. I get butt naked. I don't know. I feel free when I get naked.
And you make fun of me for not having no drawers on.
Hey, listen. At least I was drunk. You were sober with no drawers on. I don't.
hey, Jody, this heat got me thinking I'm drunk,
bruh. You got it. So you got a choice. Nigga, you got free will and you over there ass naked drinking. How you gonna be ass naked with a hat on in the top? You ass naked with a GoPro.
Nigga, I dropped this camera down, this whole room gonna go dark. You don't want me to do that?
Hey, bro. Hey, man, what?
And why Kathy talking about she walk around with no bottoms? Kathy, right? Kathy said she walk around with no bottoms. That's what she said.
She said, fuck the bank. She said, fuck the bank.
Why you say my name?
I just want to know. She said she ain't got no bottom. But I'm gonna say this. She has not ruined his career, but it's coming to that point. And I'm being all serious because it's cool that she's there. It's cool that she's supporting. But you're making this more about you than it is about your son. Your son is the one with the talent. I'm not saying you didn't have talent, but he's the breadwinner right now.
What kind of talent do she got, Jody?
She probably got some talent. She do have a son. But
I'm sure you have talent too.
But I'm saying like
you're making it. Too.
You're making it about you. You're not even letting your son get an opportunity to shine. This is what he worked his whole life to do. And why don't you step back out of the limelight? You're getting more pressed than like people know Jayden Daniels' mom more than they know Jayden Daniels because he missed last year. And I'm a firm believer is where the fuck is his daddy at?
I don't know. He even said that he worked. I know I'm going back to his number. He said he wears the number 5 because his dad wore that number. So that's the reason why he wears that number. So his dad has been in his life. I've seen 1.5 pictures of him and his dad together. Everything else, I don't know if his mama cropped his daddy out of all the pictures, but you don't see him very often.
It's probably because of her.
Right.
Probably is. It probably is.
I'm gonna be honest. I think she hasn't destroyed his career, but is going down that road because what's going to happen is when it comes contract time, nobody's going to want to negotiate with her. Not that she's not intelligent, not that she's not putting the best deal in place, but don't nobody want a sideshow. The reason why we're dealing with Jayden Daniels' mama is because Jayden Daniels is a talent. If this motherfucker was Johnny Manziel talent, he would be out the league. They wouldn't be. You're putting up with Jayden Daniels' mama because he is very talented and one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. That's the only reason why you put Jayden. They don't even let a fucking Hall of Famer come on the field in Deion Sanders in Cleveland. But you letting Jayden Daniels' mom come on the field? Come on, let's think about this. Let's take and put this in the proper perspective. Deion Sanders is a Hall of Famer, and y'all talk shit like he ain't supposed to be on the field, like he don't know the game. What better way to teach your son about defense if you're the best cornerback in the NFL? He's going to think like a quarterback because he picks so many passes off. But everybody is up in arms when Deion Sanders was on the field, and if he's seeing his son, he's a father first before he's a coach or anything else. He wanted to see his son, but all of a sudden we have no problem with Jayden Daniels' mom being all over the fucking facility. Come on, y'all. Talk to me.
Well, honestly, Jody, if you were Deion Sanders, wouldn't you? I love Deion. I think he's a great guy. I don't know him personally, but all that being said, I think he's kind of a distraction being on the football field because of who he is. Not that he had bad intentions of being there supporting his son, but being on the football field because he is Deion Sanders in that situation, it's nothing good's going to come from that. That, hey, son, I'll meet you in the locker room or come over here after practice. We'll chop it up. Him being on the field to me, I think it's a bad look. This is my opinion.
I give you that opinion. I'm gonna let Ray jump in. Well, we didn't say that when Arch Manning was on the field, he was a distraction. We ain't saying that fucking Justin Herbert's girlfriend on the field ain't a distraction.
Who Manning?
Arch Manning, when he was on the field with his sons, Peyton Manning. Go back and look. He was on the field with his sons, both of them, Eli and Peyton. Nobody gave him.
They want to polarizing as Deion.
It doesn't. They call royalty. They saying that the Mannings is NFL royalty. So. But nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck when Arch Manning was on the field and Arch Manning was making all these demands on where his son is going to play at. Nobody gave a fuck when it was him.
But Jody, this is where no one is as polarizing as Deion Sanders.
Yeah, he is. He'll tell you
like,
too.
You know what I'm saying? And polarizing and sometimes controversial. You know what I'm saying? So in that, you looking at it from a business standpoint, they're not going, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying from what it actually is. When they're looking at who Arch Manning versus a Deion Sanders, I'm like, oh, Deion might be a problem. So we not gonna say we gonna keep him, negative comments, negative everything, and no one. The Mannings ain't making waves like that. And so I think that's the difference.
Now, I'm going to say that, and I get what y'all both are saying, but Justin Herbert has his fucking girlfriend rubbing his fucking face on the practice field, guys.
Okay, it was family day. A family's allowed to be out there during family day, Jody. Am I right? I mean, people.
So why can't Deion come to fucking family day for Shador?
No one said he could, but it's going to be a big situation because it's Deion
It.
Sanders.
That's all we're saying.
It's not that he can't do it, but it's gonna be some shit because he's Deion Sanders.
I'll get it. So
just like Donald Trump going to the NBA Finals, he got big shit because he's fucking Donald Trump.
And Jody, this is the thing: we don't even know Justin Herbert's girlfriend. No one knows who she is.
We do now.
I don't know who she is.
Did you see it? Did you see what I'm talking about though? Yeah, she was literally. They were literally on the field like they was at a picnic right in the middle of practice. She rubbing his face and everything like, and maybe his wife now. I don't know if it's.
But Joe, they have family days. You know this already for the players, and they bring their kids out on the field and their wives and stuff. That shit's common. It's for her to be out there. Now, if she went out there and interrupted practice, that's different. But I mean, if it's a family day, she can do that.
Let me ask you this, so.
Yes, sir.
So if Jalen Hurts was on the field and his girlfriend's out there, what kind of story would that be in Philly?
Well, if it's family day, she's allowed to be out there. I don't know situation. That makes a big difference, Joe.
I get it, but you don't think it will be an issue? You don't think people will be like he's already on the hot seat? Because I never understood why Justin Herbert is not on the hot seat, ain't won a goddamn thing, but Jalen Hurts is.
That because Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert plays for the Clippers of the NFL. No one gives a fuck about the Chargers. I mean, they paying rent in the Rams stadium. You can say that's their stadium, but no one gives a fuck about the fucking Chargers. If he played for a different team, maybe they would care. But it's the fucking Chargers, dog. No one cares.
What do you think, Ray?
No one cares. I mean, I agree.
I think that it would be a problem because if it's Lamar Jackson, if it's Jalen Hurts, but if it's Josh Allen, it's okay. If it's Justin Herbert, it's fucking okay. I just don't understand. Like, only person that should be allowed to have somebody on the field is goddamn Patrick Mahomes.
Why?
Because he's the
only one with a family?
No, he's the only one that actually won. There's no distraction behind that shit.
It has multiple championships.
Shit got to stop, bro.
Done it. That's the only person that done that. But all the way real, Donald said his contract will be an incentive that pays him $20 extra million if he keeps his mother away.
Wow.
Talking
He
about
gonna say
JJ.
keep that 20 million because my mama ain't she not going nowhere.
I don't listen. I don't know, and I'm not talking about it because I mean I don't have my mother anymore. So I mean I would love for my mom to be around me like that. So I get it, but on the other hand, I went to the NFL so I can live out my dream. And every parent wants their kids to live out their dream.
Mhm.
And it's like you're interfering with his dream. Like you're trying to be just as polarizing as he is.
Yeah, she wants to be the star of the show, and she needs to really get out the way, and just be that person that's pulling the strings behind the scenes. Like case in point, Lamar Jackson's mama. We don't hear no, we
Nope.
don't see Lamar Jackson's mama.
And she's
Right.
his agent,
And
right?
yes, she's his agent, and she's made the best moves for him. Even when his first contract, he said, "I'm not hiring an agent," and it was like, "You got to get an agent." That was on Sports Center for like 3-4 weeks. That was on Get Up. That was on all them shows for like 3-4 weeks, and he got his mama to go ahead and be his agent, and she went out there and got that boy paid.
I'll give you another one. Matt Hasselbeck. His wife was his agent. You didn't hear nothing about until she did The View or something like that. But I don't know,
Smart man.
something like that. But when she did it, nobody even knew. I was okay with that. But Jayden Daniels' mom is more polarizing than her son. That's the problem that I have. She's more polarizing and more of what people are talking about in the media. Because I think you said it. I think she was the one behind this number 5 shit.
Yeah,
I don't think it was Jayden Daniels. I don't think he gave a fuck.
But you know what, Joey? Honestly, I mean, I know we don't know who the first guy that won the Heisman at LSU. They brought him up the other day. I never heard of his name. The guy played back in the 50s. But those two players that won the Heisman before that, no one's worn those jersey numbers. That Joe Burrow and that guy that won back in the 50s, no one's have worn those jersey numbers. Someone brought that up today on SportsCenter, and I was like, oh, maybe he does have a leg to stand on. I didn't think about that.
I get it. But you made a good point, and I'll get what he was talking about. Maybe it was with the old culture with Mike. Was Brian Kelly like to make a lot of fucking promises that he can't hold, and maybe he told him like when you come here, you're gonna wear the number 5, or when Jayden Daniels, because Jayden Daniels played under Oderon, right? He didn't play under Brian Kelly, did he?
Yeah, he did.
He played it, so it went
He played
Oderon.
under Kelly.
Yeah, Brian Kelly.
So Oderon played. Joe Burrow played under Oderon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But my thing is, it's a historical number. I think you let the young, because the guy is a talented player. Pickett, the one that's wearing the number 5, it's an honor for him. I think it would be an honor for him to wear it because number 7 is a historical number at LSU. That's a historical number, like the Honey Badger word, Patrick Peterson word. So my thing is, I don't think no number should really be retired. But now I want to see, now that you mentioned that, I wonder if somebody gonna try to wear the number 9 at LSU now.
Well,
hey, Donald, you darn right. Yeah, my guy Brian Kelly. Of course, I know he was there. I want to punch him in his goddamn throat.
Yeah, but she said Kathy said Bernie Kosar's father was his agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, and nobody even knew that shit.
No one knows who these people are. Like, only reason we knew that Lamar Jackson's mama was his agent is because the damn Sports Center just wouldn't let the story go.
And people did not want to make deals with his mom, and I'm like, why not? What makes you an expert when it comes to negotiating money? Like, there's no degree, because I got a degree. So can I go negotiate? Can I go be an agent? I believe all you gotta do is take a course to be an agent. So you don't think his mom is intelligent enough? That's what it said to me when it came to Lamar Jackson, that his mom was not intelligent enough to be his agent.
Whatever contract they give Lamar Jackson, they're going to take it to a lawyer, and the lawyer's going to look over and make sure they're not getting fucked over. I mean, it's not like the NBA when these contracts, okay, this is the max we can give you. The NFL, they can put a lot of language in them contracts, and you think you're getting this and that, but you're really not. But like you said, she can negotiate the deal, take it to a lawyer. It looks good. Boom, we're out of there.
Real quick, King Ming said, Jody, who is Matt Hasselbeck? Seriously, come on, Matt Hasselbeck was a Super Bowl quarterback. He didn't win it, but he did go play he lost to Ben Roethlisberger in that Super Bowl for Seattle.
That was the most cheating Super Bowl I've ever seen in my life.
He actually should be a Super Bowl winner.
They cheated, man. They made sure Jerome Bettis got that goddamn Super Bowl. I tell you,
for sure.
Bro, because it was in Detroit. Is that where he's from and shit? I'm like, they made sure they won that fucking Super Bowl.
But the last thing on this situation with the agent is when you're a top quarterback, do you really need an agent? If you're Tom Brady in the prime of your career, do you really need an agent? Do you really need an agent if you're Lamar Jackson? You're gonna get whatever the most money it is that you pay a quarterback, and Tom Brady's up for a re-up, pay him that.
I would say NFL. You need an agent because
I mean,
they put in the contracts. You need an agent.
No, I'm saying, all right, I'm being facetious.
Yeah, I know you're being
Yeah.
facetious. Yeah.
But I'm saying is like if now a motherfucker that need an agent is Johnny Manziel. Like
He don't want to need that lawyer.
yeah, motherfucking goddamn Joe Flacco need an agent because we don't know if he's going to be on the team from year to year. But I think of a guy that is Drew Brees in the prime of his career. Drew Brees didn't need no agent.
Ray Allen never had an agent either. I don't think. I think he negotiated his own deals. Ray Allen did. I think so.
See, basketball.
I think his mom was his agent as well.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I think it was his mom.
Where are these daddies at? So daddies can't be agents?
Well, if they got to be around for it, they went and got some milk and they never came back home.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy work.
You think I wanted this? This just happened.
And nigga come back in like Will Smith. Why doesn't he want me?
I'm gonna get a fly, honey.
Why do you don't want me?
Hey, as much as that was supposed to be a serious moment, I think I laughed. I like.
My son sends me that clip like every couple of months just to fuck with me. I said, "Buddy, you think you funny, you motherfucker."
Hey, Donald said he only been gone 3 years. It takes time to retire at Jersey, but I do think if you're going to retire at Jersey, do it as soon as they leave because then you come up at the end like the Nuggets with Melo. And now he can't even put his number in the ring of honor because 15 is worn by the Joker. So that's a good point. Like,
not only that, I mean, in college football, it's a little tricky because they got like 100 fucking players on the team. So
yeah,
unless you're gonna start putting people in 00 and 05 instead of 5, there's a lot going on in college football.
Yeah, and that was my point. I don't understand how you even think that someone could not wear that number. Hell, you got people on offense and defense sharing numbers.
Hey, what if they come out? LSU comes out tomorrow. We're gonna owe him an apology if they come out tomorrow and say, moving forward, anybody that wins a Heisman at our university, we're gonna retire their number.
I can see that, but you know what's crazy, Ray? You know NFL players are wearing double numbers in the preseason now. Did you see that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I said, how bad has it gotten? Well, NFL retires so many numbers that you're gonna have to double up on numbers. It was people like a college game where they got 2 number 7s.
Oh yeah.
The NFL, I watched. I think it was the Seattle. Shout out to Lil Rick. He played for the Seattle Seahawks. I saw him play this weekend against the Dallas Cowboys, and they were double numbers. It's crazy. But real quick, man, we talking about double numbers. Donald said, let's give him a number, -15. That's fucked up. Why you gonna talk about Melo?
Who got -15?
He said that Melo should get -15. But guys, college football, man, before I get you guys out of here, man, college football AP preseason top 25. I think this is the one they go by. The other top 25 was the coaches pool. So I'm gonna run down a couple teams and you tell me what y'all think about it. So I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna go 1 through 5, and then we'll talk about those teams, and then we'll stop, and then we'll talk, and then we'll finish up the segment. So at number 1 again, across the board, Ohio State is the unanimous number 1. So whether it be the AP or the college pool, Ohio State is number 1. Number 2 is Oregon on this one. Number 3 is Georgia. Number 4 is Notre Dame, and number 5 is Texas. So talk to me about the Texas Longhorns coming in at 5. Are you okay with that? Is that a good place for the Texas Longhorns?
Yeah, because they still have a lot to prove. I mean, they didn't even make the playoffs last year. So yeah, I mean, number 5 is good for them to be there because they got, and believe me, if they can win week 2, they'll jump right above that. They'll be probably 2 or 1 after that. Maybe Oregon will be 1 and Texas will be 2. But yeah, 5 is a good spot for them because they still have to prove that they can win the big game. We all know Coach Sark shits the bed in big moments. Maybe he needs to hire Jay's moms as his fucking agent. But he don't know what the fuck he doing sometime in big games. But yeah, number 5 is a good spot for him.
Shit, he probably messing with that fine ass wife of his. Shit. Anyway, let me shut up. All right,
he better focus, and he gonna have plenty of.
It's hard. It's hard. Have you seen it? It's hard to focus.
She's pretty.
Yeah, it's hard to focus.
She's pretty.
She wears too much makeup for me though.
Hey, listen, and I don't know why it ain't melting off her face, but you said
I don't like women with a lot of makeup. That's just me. I'm just picky like
I'm
this.
with you. I'm with you on that one.
Come on, baby. Why you got all that shit caked on? What you hiding, baby? Come on, just be natural. I got shit marks on my body too. Let's do this. What you looking like for real?
Ray,
Sure.
what do you think about Texas being at 5, man? What do you think?
I think Texas is right where they need to be. I think right at number 5 is with who they got in front of them. I like them being at number 5.
I'm gonna go against you. I think Texas. Me personally, I would be more understanding if Texas was number 2. This was a team that was the number 1 team in the country last year, and their roster is better this year than it was last year. And there's not a lot of outside of Ohio State Buckeyes. I don't see a roster in college football better than the Texas Longhorns. I mean, even the Georgia Bulldogs. I think pound for pound, Texas has a better roster than everybody but the Ohio State Buckeyes, and maybe Oregon Ducks, maybe. But I think that Texas is the number 2 team in the country, and I don't think they should be 5. I mean, they bringing back they starting quarterback in Arch Manning. They went and got a better running backs. They went and got Hollywood, the kid out of NC State that was one of the top running backs in the country. They went and got Cam Coleman. You saw the catch he made in practice. They got Colin Simmons, who may be arguably the best defensive player in the country. They went and got the kid Biles, the kid out of Pitt. He's one of the best linebackers in the country. I just don't understand how they number 5. I think they should be number 2. So that would be my only argument. I think that we're going by talent, right? If we're going by talent, only team that's probably more talented than them is the Ohio State Buckeyes. So that's why I think they should be the number 2 team. Now, kind of going to number 4, right? We got Notre Dame, who is very talented as well. They're returning their quarterback as well. CJ Carr could arguably be the number 1 pick in the draft if things go a way that a lot of people think they can go. What do you think about Notre Dame being number 4?
Well, I was listening by happenstance. I was listening to Paul Feibaum.
Oh my God.
the biggest it's just funny to me, man. He's actually hilarious. So sometimes I watch his takes.
His callers be tripping, don't they, when they call in?
So this fool gonna say, he said Notre Dame should be number 1 in the country. Like, he really thinks that is a thing.
I've heard those say that, though.
Yeah, but he said them and Oregon. But he would have said anybody in that top 5 that's other than Ohio State. Like, that's just him. He's really an Ohio State hater. But Notre Dame being at 4, I like them there. I'm kind of questioning they could be number 3 in the country and switch places with Georgia, but I'm okay with them being number 4 going in for the preseason.
Okay. So what do you think? They don't have a very tough schedule outside of the Miami Hurricane, but I think they will be playing in South Bend this year, not down to South Beach. Notre Dame at 4, loaded with talent, very talented team. Marcus Freeman has did a fantastic job in recruiting, and they got a prime-time quarterback in CJ Carr, which is the grandson of Lloyd Carr from the Michigan Wolverines. How did he go to Michigan? But anyway, what do you think about Notre Dame being 4?
Perfect spot for them. They're going to move up because I guarantee the teams, at least 2 of those teams ahead of them, are going to lose at least 1 game. Notre Dame's got a pretty easy schedule. Like you said, they play Miami and Navy. That's it all year. So they'll be fine. They're going to might lose 1 game, maybe, but I don't think they'll lose. I got them going undefeated this year. So as long as they're in that 12, they're going to be fine.
You know what I'm gonna say? They're making fucking sure that they don't miss the playoffs this year.
Oh, they ain't
That's why the fuck they at 4. I'm not saying that they're not uber talented. I'm not saying they don't have a great quarterback and absolutely have a great head coach. But I think, argument's sake, I can name 9 other rosters that might be just as good as those guys, but they want to make sure they don't make the same blunder that they made last year by not letting Notre Dame get in. So the higher you are in the preseason ranking, the better it is for you to make it. Once again, only game you may drop is arguably the Miami Hurricane game. Other than that, they're probably favored in every other game, and they're probably favored against Miami because they're at home. But yeah, I can name
it'll be cold then too, probably.
Yeah, I can name a ton of teams when it comes talent wise that may be better than Notre Dame. Not saying they're not talented, but I can name a ton of teams. And if this was a ordinary year, Ray, they would probably be 9 or 10. If this was ordinary, I don't think they will be.
Absolutely.
Because one poll, the other poll had them at number 2. So they are 2 and 4. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go to number 3. So I think your daddy. Oh, I'm sorry.
How many polls, bro? I only got 1 poll. How many fucking polls are we talking about?
Hey, we're gonna talk about your dad. I mean, I'm talking about the Georgia Bulldog. I'm sorry, because we don't know who your dad is.
I don't either. Go ahead.
We don't know if we don't know because like it's two possible daddies that y'all got. But all seriousness, the Georgia Bulldogs at 3.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Georgia Bulldogs being at 3. This is one of the least talented teams that they have came with in probably about 5 or 6 years for Kirby Smart. But at number 3, I don't know. Talk to me, so.
Well, they probably have the best coach in college football going right now since the guy from Alabama retired. Kirby Smart's the truth. I mean, I probably hate them more than I do the Ohio State Buckeyes because they're in my conference. I really don't like the Bulldogs. But having them there at 3, they're just showing respect to Kirby Smart. He deserves it. He's got a talented roster, and even sometimes he can win a game with less talent because he's such a good coach. He has very good assistant coaches. So yeah, I mean, them being at 3, then you know they're gonna put some SEC teams up there. So yeah, that's not a problem for me.
Okay. Kathy said Notre Dame don't even play Army no more. I think they play Navy. I think do they alternate when they play 1 year they play Navy, 1 year they play Army? So I think
they play Navy this year.
I remember they used to play Michigan and Michigan State. I wonder what happened. They used to play USC. I wonder if they're gonna get back to those schedules. Ray, what do you think about Georgia at 3? This is maybe the most surprising team out of the top 5 for me. But what do you think about Georgia? Now Gunnar Stockton was 7th in the Heisman. I think he's second year as a starter, full-time starter. But I don't know. They don't run the ball like they used to, Ray.
Yeah. They don't have the backs that they used to. They're trying to be more of a I guess throw,
the finesse team.
Vertical threats.
Yeah, throwing the ball downfield. They putting a lot of money, into their quarterbacks and receivers now. And that used to be, like we all know, that was Georgia's calling card for decades. Run the ball. And I think the more they get away from that is why we're seeing the downfall of them. But I don't believe that they should be at 3. Like I just said before, I think Notre Dame is better than them. Hell, Texas might be even better than them. So they really shouldn't even probably be in that top 5. But they got them there. I don't necessarily agree with it, but they're there.
I think this is all about reputation right now. They have won the regular season SEC title, like 4 times in a row, 5 times in a row, something like that.
Yeah.
So I think this is all about reputation. Why Georgia's number 3, because not saying Georgia's not good. Now everybody out there don't send no hate mail to me. I'm not saying they're not good, but I don't think they're the best team in the SEC. I have Texas better than them, and I got Ole Miss better than them. But we'll get to Ole Miss in a little bit later. But I think that Georgia is basically living off of what Soul said. Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart is probably the best coach in college football, but they're not getting the Jalen Carters. They're not getting the Jordan Davises. They're not getting the Todd Gurleys. You know what I mean? They're not getting that type of talent that they used to get. Not saying they 5 stars ain't good, but when that money everybody can start spending money.
Yes,
SEC don't look as mighty as they used to look. So Georgia being at number 3, I don't think they stay at number 3 very long. I think that it's going to be some games they're going to drop, but I still believe they're going to be in the thick of things when it comes playoff time. Number 2, Ray, we got the Oregon Ducks. And we know the Oregon Ducks is loaded on both sides of the ball. We know they got 2 quarterbacks. I know one of them thought he was going to be starting. But they got a quarterback that went back to college that could have been the number 2 pick in the draft, arguably number 1 in Dante Moore. He's a journeyman quarterback too. He played for a lot of teams before he got his feet set in Oregon. What do you think about Oregon being the number 2 team in the country?
I mean, they could be. I think they're definitely a super talented, like you said, super talented team. Them being at number 2, it fits for right now. Like I said, just the preseason. I want to see if that talent transpires to the field. So yeah, right now number 2, that's cool with me.
What do you think, so? The only team they got early on is Oklahoma State, who is a new look Oklahoma State. They do got a new head coach up there, but we know that's not going to be much of a challenge for the Oregon Ducks. Them being at number 2 and kind of having a cakewalk non-conference schedule. What do you think about that?
Actually, I got Oregon being the number 1 team in the country in preseason, but it's preseason. We all know Oregon. They look unstoppable when they play bad teams. When they play a team that punches them back, they have issues. So All that talent is great. I mean, they looked decent last year in certain games. When they got to a real football team, they got punched in the face, and they didn't know how to punch. They don't have a backup plan for when they get punched. So they're not going to get punched early, but late they'll get punched, and they'll shit the bed later on in the season like they always do. But that's what Oregon does.
Okay. King Meek said, I feel this year nobody's going undefeated, and I feel there will be a lot of one-loss teams and two-loss teams in the playoffs. I think it's going to be some three.
Agree.
It may even be – it may be 2 3-loss teams that make the playoffs. This is my prediction. And I love that. I love that about this. Oregon being number 2, I'm not buying Oregon being number 2. They're the most full goal team in this top 5 that I've ever seen. Oregon number 2. Dante Moore gives me Bryce Young vibes. He gives me Bryce Young vibes. Not saying that's a bad thing because Bryce Young didn't Bryce Young win Heisman, so I don't think it's a bad thing. But Oregon, with all that talent, they still, to me, are a finesse team. They have some great players on the defensive side of the ball. I love Brandon Finney Jr. I think he's the best defensive back and maybe arguably the best defensive player in the country. And he's only a sophomore. That guy's going to be a primetime top defensive player off the board when he's eligible next year to go in the draft. But Oregon at number 2, no, I'm not buying it. And the only why they number 2 because they know they got some cupcakes they playing. Unless Oklahoma State can somehow upset them, which I don't see happening. They don't play anybody until I believe they play Ohio State, and we'll be playing in like week 6 or 7. So no, I don't buy Oregon. I don't buy Oregon being number 2. I can see Oregon being slightly. I could pick 12 teams that I would put over Oregon. I would have been okay if Oregon was like 14 or 15. That's just me. But last but not least, Ray, the Ohio State Buckeyes at number 1. What do you think about this? You know, Ohio State is uber talented, but we shit the bed last year in that playoff game, and they're coming back with practically the same team that they lost to Miami Hurricanes with. So why are they number 1?
I don't understand why they're number 1. I think they're looking at having the best player in the country on their team, with Jeremiah Smith. I guess they might be looking at that like, okay, well, and then mostly everybody in that top 5 other than is Gunnar Stockton coming back. So pretty much everybody in there except for Oregon is coming back and returning with their starting quarterback.
But Oregon, they bring them back too. Dante Moore.
That brother came back too.
Oh, okay. So I mean, Ohio State being number 1, I guess they're looking at it as what they know they could have and should have done last year, but didn't. Coming back with that continuity with Jeremiah Love, and then the receiving core that they picked up after that, behind that is still looking good too. So maybe that's why they're looking at it and say, hey, we're going to go ahead and say they're the best team in the country, especially after week 2.
We'll be the best. Hey, Ray, we'll be the best team in that stadium. Anyway, so what do you think? That's all that matters. So what do you think about the Ohio State Buckeyes coming in at number 1?
Well, they have a championship pedigree, and the Big Ten has been running college football the last 4 or 5 years. So a Big Ten team deserves to be number 1 team in the country right now. I mean, the SEC has been a footnote in college playoffs of late. So yeah, they're the best team in the Big Ten. So them being number 1 in the preseason. It's cool. It's they deserve it. They earned it. They got a shitload of talent. Like that, they don't rebuild. They just reload up. Y'all just get player after player. Whoever you want, seems like y'all end up getting them, and they turn them into superstars, especially the wide receiver position. Great defense. But last time,
sound mad.
Huh?
I said you sound mad.
I'm not mad. I'm just
hey, Ray, I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad, son.
What?
These niggas get all the girls. They get all the bottle service.
We were number 1 last year, going into Ohio State. I do believe, wasn't it 1 versus 2 last year?
Yes.
This time we're gonna reverse it. So y'all gonna be number 1 this time. Y'all gotta come see us. We're gonna smack
1, 2, 1, 5. What? No, that ain't the same.
Y'all still above us. That's all I'm saying.
We always on top.
We're not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real, man. Ohio State is number 1 by default. To me, there is no clear-cut number 1 team in the country. I think it's utter and disrespectful for Indiana not to be the number 1 team in the country when they just won a national championship. And I believe I know everybody fell in love with Mendoza, but I think the quarterback they got coming in this year is better than Mendoza. Josh Hoover, we call about talent-wise, is probably better than Mendoza. Nobody knew who the fuck Mendoza was. And anybody get on here talking about they knew him in California, stop it. Stop fucking lying that y'all thought he was all that in California. Some of y'all didn't even know he went to California. So this quarterback coming from TCU, Josh Hoover, I was talking about him years ago, like how good he can be. He could be even better than Mendoza. So not at least at the very least, not starting Indiana at number one, I think is disrespectful. I think it's uber fucking disrespectful. And I like, what does Segnetti have to do? Segnetti has lost 3 fucking games since he been there. No, I'm sorry. He lost 2 fucking games since he been there. In 2 years, he lost to Ohio State and he lost to Notre Dame.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
they're still new to this college football thing,
I
though.
get it. Until they're dethroned, so they should have been number one. In Ohio State, last time I checked, this same team lost to Indiana last year. So I'm not sold on Julian Sands. I know I said that a lot. I think that he can be good, but I just, to me, until they let him just go out there and play quarterback with all that talent and let it rip and let him make mistakes, I still gonna have I want him to let it rip. Like,
So, but Jody, okay, but I don't know. When I hear that, it sounds like you saying that it's Julian Sand's fault. But then when you say they let him rip, it's really on the coaches because we saw them have the training wheels on him most of last year.
They didn't have to do much because that defense was so damn good.
I'm gonna say that Julian Sands, the reason why I say it is because that interception he threw to Miami was inexplicable. He kept looking and still threw the ball. Throw that motherfucker away. I understand the coaches told you to do it, but you're the starting quarterback. I don't think the coach would have been mad when they looked at the film, if you threw that ball out of bounds. And we probably still win. I think we win that game without the interception. I'm gonna be real. I think we beat the Miami Hurricanes without the interception because we were driving the ball. And the last 2 games of the season that Ohio State played, they struggled very, very badly. They struggled against the Indiana Hoosiers, and then they struggled in the playoff game against the Miami Hurricanes. So I'm not saying Julian Sands. I want to see him take that next step. That's all I'm saying. Right? I want to see him take that next step and take more command. Now, Ohio State is number one by default. It's just not a clear-cut number one team in the country. And I think Ohio State just has the most talent. So they said, fuck it, let's put Ohio State at number one. But I don't think Ohio State, when it's all said and done, will be the number one team. I think they still make the playoffs, but they won't be the number one team.
I think a Big Ten team deserves to be number one. Good way you guys have been dominating college football of late. I think you deserve it, honestly.
Yeah. Kathy said, Kimmy said, do y'all play any? Yes, the Indiana Hoosier does play the Ohio State Buckeyes. Kathy said, Jody, we are stupid. We elected Gavin Newsom. Look at what he's done here. So, but I'm gonna name the rest of the top 25. Y'all give me one team, and then we'll get out of here that y'all think that y'all like, y'all don't like. So coming in at number 6 is Indiana Hoosiers. Number 7 is the Miami Hurricanes. Number 8 is the Texas A&M Aggies. 9 Ole Miss. 10 Oklahoma. 11 LSU. 12 Texas Tech. 13 Alabama. 14 USC. 14 BYU. So 2 14 teams. 16 is Michigan. 17 is Washington Huskies. 18 is the Penn State Nittany Lions. 19 is SMU. 20 is Tennessee. 21 is Utah. 22 is Iowa. 23 is the Houston Cougars. 24 is Louisville. And 25 is Missouri. Ray, pick a team that you don't like or do like.
I would say I like Miami at number 7. I like them. They're coming back. Malachi Tony is still that guy. He's a weapon, and I like them because I know that Cristobal got that defense going go crazy again this year. So
King Meeks agree with you. He like Miami at 7. They got that quarterback from Duke too. He's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's a higher gun. This is his 3rd team in 3 years. Solo Sports, man. Who do you like? And then we'll go back and we'll ask who you don't like. But who you like right here in this top 25?
I think Ole Miss should be higher. I mean, based off what they did last year, and they're bringing back all those offensive weapons. If their defense get a little bit better, they're gonna be held to deal. I think they should be possibly cracking the top 5.
I can dig that. Who I like, man, I'm looking at the teams that I like, and there's not a lot. I like Indiana being number 1. That's what I like. I know I just made mention in last. I like Indiana being number 1 and 2, otherwise noted. I think you got to start throwing. I don't care if y'all think that was what they say, a fluke year with the Indiana. No, that wasn't a fluke year. They won. You know how hard it is to win a fucking national championship? I don't give a fuck how you did it. Everybody got transferred, so I don't want to hear that shit. And all his transfer came from fucking James Madison. Shit. Those are motherfuckers I didn't even want to give scholarships to. They went and got all these transferred, and they went and got Mendoza. Nobody knew who Mendoza was. I want somebody to raise a fucking hand if y'all was a big fan of Mendoza before he went to Indiana.
Watching Mendoza film when he was in high school in Miami. That was some good stuff there.
I saw Mendoza when he was on Low Down Dirty Shame.
That's a Mendoza I know.
But That's
Man,
a
Joe.
team I think is being disrespected as the Indiana Hoosiers. They should be the number one team in the country. Now, Ray, same teams. Who don't you like? That's probably a better question.
Who don't I like? Um, I don't like that Penn State is even in the top 25. Why are they even in the top 25? They lost all their recruits. They lost a coach, all their recruits. They shouldn't even be there. Like, why? Why are they in the top 25?
That's a good one. Kathy said Texas A&M should be in the top 25. Damn, what do you got against Texas A&M? They returned their quarterback Marcel Reed. This guy was a Heisman Trophy candidate. Pretty much, I think that's disrespected too. Texas
He
A&M.
pretty,
I
he
think he's
pretty
right the
solid.
right line. So, give me a team that you don't like.
I think Kathy read my text message. I'm saying the Aggies also. I don't think they deserve top
What
10.
shit is this?
They had a
He
few.
gonna
They had
be
the
rooting
easiest.
for him after week 2 anyway.
I do have an Aggies jersey,
I
but
know you do. No.
I don't think they deserve to be in the top 10. Last year they had the easiest schedule known to man. They had one of Notre Dame schedules last year. That's the reason why they only lost one game. So yeah, I don't think they deserve to be up there, but we'll see. I mean, they got a quarterback. He's got a lot to prove this year. He played decent last year, but he shit the bed, like Joe, like you always say, in the red zone when the money zone when it counts. He can get that money shot to pop. So yeah.
Hey, get your camera out. Get your camera. Get that money shot.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. On the real, I'm gonna say I got a 2-part answer if I could. The one thing I don't like is Clemson not being in the top 25. I think that's disrespectful. I think Clemson is definitely better than Missouri. They're better than Louisville. So you're telling me that Louisville is the best team in the ACC or one of the best teams in the SEC, them in Miami. Houston over the Clemson Tigers? Really?
Well, Houston don't play nobody. That's probably why they got them up there.
They in the Big 12. They at least got to play Texas A&M.
Big 12 is ass.
But they got to at least play Texas A&M. They got to at least play BYU.
Big 12.
I'm sorry, Texas Tech. Texas Tech.
That's one team.
But the real team that I don't like, why the fuck is LSU at number 11? What the fuck have they proved? What is because they got a new coach? So you go for a team that has not made the playoffs since Joe Burrow. They ain't made the playoffs since Joe Burrow. Even when they had Jayden Daniels in the number 5, y'all still lost 3 games with the Heisman Trophy. So why the fuck did LSU leapfrog all these teams? Not to mention a ton of teams in the SEC which they struggle against. Didn't they lose to Texas A&M? Didn't they get their ass beat by Texas A&M last year? Texas A&M beat the fuck out of LSU last year.
I think you're right.
They beat the fuck out of them. So my thing is LSU. This is the Lane Kiffin effect?
Yeah.
This got to be the Lane Kiffin effect because I'm not saying they shouldn't have been ranked because they did get Sam Levis, who I think is underachieved. In my opinion, Sam Levis is underachieved since he left Arizona State. He just got to LSU, but I'm saying his last year at Arizona State, he didn't do well. When Scatterboo, Ray's guy, left, he didn't do shit. And you had think about it, Ray. He had a top 10 wide receiver on his roster, and he still had regrets. So all of a sudden he goes to LSU, he's supposed to resurge. And you had the top 10. I don't think there's a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL draft on the LSU roster.
We'll see. Lane Kiffin is a good offensive mind, though. I'm pretty sure that offense is going to be clicking.
I get it. King Mink said LSU going to be a disappointment. I think they lose 3 or 4 games again. They're going to have the same season they had with Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly should have not got fired. Brian Kelly was 34-14 in the SEC, and he still got fired mid-season. Y'all didn't give enough decency for the motherfucker to get the whole season out.
Well, the people didn't like that dude. They were looking for any reason to run him out of town. I agree, but they didn't like that guy. That's Ray's guy. They didn't like him, so they ran him out of town.
Who's my guy?
Brian Kelly. You got a Brian Kelly shirt, don't you?
Yeah, F Brian Kelly.
Ray said, I got a R. Kelly shirt, not no Brian Kelly.
He said he got R. Kelly shirt. Hey, it did smell kind of like pee, did it?
Yeah. It's a piss on you shirt.
Hey Ray, they brought us the remix. Hold on, for real.
Drip.
Hey, y'all know that the Chappelle Show is on Tubi. That's why I'm making all these Chappelle Show references. I am a big Tubi fan, and that's where I found the Midnight Meat Train. Go check it out in your theaters near you. Yes. Anyway,
Midnight Train to Georgia.
I'm just in, and I was
Midnight
on it.
Train to Georgia.
I was on it.
Hey, last night in the Pips.
Yeah, that's like is it the Pimps or the
The
Pips?
Pips, bro.
It's the Pips.
PIPS,
I
not
think
Pimps, nigga.
it should be the Pimps.
That's a Tubi name. If you took last night the Pimps, that would be a Tubi movie name.
Hey, that's crazy work, man. But great show today, man. Good energy today, man. Once again, if you haven't liked and subscribed to Against the Grain Sports, I think you need to do so. I think you need to share it because there's some big things going on with Against the Grain Sports, and we appreciate everything y'all have done or continue to do for us. So thank you very much. But Ray, more than just Barbara Lindsay, give me your final thought as we get out of here.
Man, my final thought is, man, I'm really just blessed and happy, man. My kids is about to go off to college, bro. I'm like ecstatic about that. Yeah, man, it's gonna be an emotional week this week,
Yes,
but
sir.
yeah, that's uh my final thought, man, is that those kids, man, they really did their thing. So going off to college is a big deal. So yeah, that's my final thought.
I'm happy
Shout
for
out to
you,
my
bro. It's a good feeling, though, isn't it?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Get you some
It's a,
sunglasses, bro. That way you don't cry in front of them.
it's a huge deal. But the funny thing is, you think they're gonna be gone? They're gonna be right back home on Thanksgiving, eating up all your shit. Trust
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Janae and Jody didn't go too far. I thought they was
Hey,
gonna be gone. Like,
hey,
shit.
hey, and guess what? I'm gonna be like, what time y'all need me to pick y'all up?
Hey,
You're gonna be there an hour early, huh?
For
it's
sure.
crazy. It's crazy. I'm still doing it. I'm still. Chris Anthony says sleeping on LSU. Yeah, until they wake up. Until LSU wake up. Hey, Chris, LSU, no disrespect, LSU got to prove to me that because a lot of times I think Lane Kiffin gonna get them together. I just don't think he's gonna get them together in year one. That's all I'm saying. I just don't think he's gonna get them together that fast. I don't think that's what I'm saying. I don't think he'll get them together that fast. Uh, uh, so
Yes, sir.
give me a final thought.
Final thought, we always want the fan involvement with everything, uh, get us more involved in the game. But now they're allowing fans to vote on the Heisman Trophy. This just came down today. Now they're allowing fans to vote, just first place votes. But I don't see how this is going to help because everybody's going to pick for their their favorite players. You guys are going normally a normal everyday fan is going to pick for the Ohio State player. I'm going to pick for Arch Manning, whoever it is. I don't see how this is going to make a difference. And all the West Coast teams that think they get disrespected. If there's a guy in the USC that's up for the Heisman, then he's going to get those votes from the West Coast. I don't see the point of this. I think it's pointless, in my opinion, and another way for them to fix the Heisman.
That's crazy work. Good stuff though. My final thought is we seen that running back got paid not too long ago. Jahmyr Gibbs is making $25 million a year. B.J. Robinson making $25 million a year. Jonathan Taylor making $22 million. And you know McCaffrey and Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, the elite running backs, are making this money. But I still don't think that it's enough respect for the running back position. And this is why. Najee Harris, who was a first 4 years in the league, rushed for 1,000 yards each season when he was with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't pick him up on his fifth-year option because of the first-round draft pick. He goes over to the Chargers where he got hurt, and now he's a journeyman, and now he's looking for a job. Arguably may sign with the New York Giants. That's where they think he may go. How did a guy rush for 1,000 yards his first 4 years in the league, and now just in year 6, 2 years removed of him being a 4-time 1,000-yard rusher, now he's looking for work? I don't really understand that concept. Like, why do we treat our running backs the way they do? This was reminiscent of what they did with Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook was one of the best running backs in the NFL. All of a sudden, he falls off a cliff, and he never regained. When he leaves Minnesota, he goes to the Jets and the Ravens and other teams that he signed with, and he never regained that essence of who Dalvin Cook was. We got to stop doing this to our running backs, man. Either A, pay them guys more money up front because they're putting their body on the line, and a lot of times they only get one contract if they even get to that. Like Najee Harris probably won't see a big payday because even when he comes to the Giants, if he signs with the Giants, Scatterboo's gonna get more of the carries than him. Come on, guys, man, show some respect to the running backs. Let's get back to ball control and better defense. That was good football back then. So what? I mean, I don't want to see every play. It's a 3rd and 2 and y'all throwing the ball. Man, y'all better put hat on hat and get y'all fucking first down. Run the fucking ball.
Hey, Jordan, you know they treat running backs. They say the NFL thinks they age like dogs. You know, the dog every 7 years, every year is 7 years. That's how they treat running backs. Once you go away from 1 year, oh, he can't play no more. That's just the way it is.
That's what it seemed like. Kathy said, "Congratulations to Ray on being an empty nester." So,
Now
Yeah.
you can walk around with no drawers on, right?
Ball Johnson,
Listen.
Ball
Yes, sir.
Johnson.
Swang.
He was like, Ball Johnson. He was like, Mama walk around with that big old.
That more.
He was like, ugh, Dad. Ugh. Hey, tell them make sure when they come home that they announce themselves. That's all I'm gonna say. That is my advice to you because you know how wild I get.
Absolutely.
I get wild.
No, let's see. Yeah, shut up.
All right. Hey, Ray. All right. You gonna find out what long dick? Can you spell long dick?
What the fuck? What the fuck you talking about, nigga?
You ain't never seen Kevin Hart?
Oh yeah, his dad.
He was like, all right. He was like, you ain't seen a long dick?
All right.
Oh yeah.
You see a long dick.
You mean back
You
when Kevin Hart was
gonna
funny?
learn today.
Hey, I'm your host, Jody Coleman of Against the Grain Sports Podcast Uncut. And just guess what? We're a week away from going back to 6 to 7 days a week. So get tuned in. We already got our shows lined up. So make sure that you tune in. We got Ray Morning Just Bar with Lindsay in the building. We got my man Jarrell Solo Sports Glenn all the way from San Antonio, Texas with no bottoms on. None. We got Andrew mic'd up. We got Jason the Hefty Lefty. Big shout out to Jason and my nephew. He's a 6'8" defensive end. And Peanut is getting some looks. If he can get about 6 or 7 sacks, man, he might be at Ohio State next year. I don't know. They probably move positions. He like Julius Peppers out there. And we got a big shout out to my man, Jay Kane, the chef, back in the fold. We seen him back in there. It's good to see him back in the comments and back doing his thing, man, with the show. But once again, we'll be back on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Let's keep this thing moving. Ray, what we doing until Saturday morning, my boy?
Yo, we working.
See y'all. Peace.